Hello guys, Wahoo here, back on the video. This time around, as the title says, it has been 9 years. Yes, 9 years since I started playing Trove again. I'll talk about that story as well, how I started playing Trove, if you don't remember the story, or if you never heard the story of how I started playing Trove. I will tell you guys, but I just wanted to explain why I'm making this video, and it's because it's been 9 years since I started playing, but it's also been 9 years in-game, logging in every single day. I'll show you guys that as well. But also, as you can see from the title, we are doing a giveaway. Usually I don't do giveaways because I don't really know how to do them in a fair way or the best way. I know how to do them. I know how to give people flux. That's not really the issue here. But the point is, what format should I use? Should it be like a weekly thing, a monthly thing, whatever? Like, it's just kind of a weird thing to have going on, I think, and I don't want to be known as the giveaway guy. I kind of want to more be known as the guy that helps people, you know things about Trove or get further in Trove. I don't want to be like, hey, you should subscribe to me because you're getting some flux or something like that in game. I know that's very popular and stuff like that, and I don't have anything against people that do that. No offense to that. I just don't want to do that with my channel. I just rather just give the flux to people. But in this one, since it's 9 years, I'm thinking, hey, why not try a giveaway for once, right? Instead of never doing them. So in this video, I'm thinking that you should comment on what format you should think we should do it. My idea is that depending on how many likes this video gets and how many comments, I would give away 100,000 per likes and per comment as well, and then we'll see what number we get to. I think that would be kind of a nice thing because I can never figure out what number should be fair. Should it be like 1 million to 10 people, or should it be 10 million to one person? And I'm sort of also, as always, wanted to spread the wealth out to more people instead of just giving 100 million to one person and then that person stops playing after 2 days or whatever. But I'd rather have 100 people have 1 million flux, but that would also be really a lot of going forwards and backwards. And of course, I do also have to say that you have to be playing on PC, because if it was cross-platform, if I could give it to consoles, if I could get to PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch, I would totally do it if there was any chance of you could get it like that, but there isn't. So until they make cross-platform, which is never going to happen, unfortunately, you have to be on PC to win it. Of course, you can always just make an account, and then I can. I think you do have to be Mastery 20, but that doesn't take very long. But then we could trade it there. If you are thinking about making a PC account anyways, and you win the flux, yeah, you have a good start starting out right. So I don't really mind if it's a new account, it's an old account, whatever it is. I don't mind. But I think that might be the best way to do it, and then I just pick a random one from the comments. I know there's websites where you can randomly comment, pick one, whatever it is. But I think it was a good idea because I can't decide on a number. How much should it be, right? So depending on how many likes it gets and how many comments it gets, I think that would be very cool. Then you guys also kind of decide on how much it should be. And yeah, definitely also comment down below. You can just comment whatever you want. But if you do have any ideas for also maybe future giveaways, if we should do some in the future as well, something, I don't know what it could be, but I think it has to be, it shouldn't just be a weekly thing or a monthly thing or something like that. I think it should be something that's kind of tied into some fun, whatever it can be, in whatever way it should be. It's really up to you guys. I'm open for ideas. So I'm just basically making this video to kind of promote, I guess, the giveaway for you guys to win. So 9 years has it been since I logged into Trove for the second time, actually. And when I mean second time, I mean that I played in I think it was the alpha or the beta. It was before when U6 was the hardest content that was there. And they just introduced dragons. And then when we started doing dragons, you couldn't go to U6, right? So you were really struggling to get those dragon fragments or dragon coins even. You can still kind of struggle now when you're starting out, but there's just so many more ways to get them now. And also you get a bunch more because, yeah, you just get a bunch more now than you did before. And there's also events now that actually implement this, and PvP actually also has it, which is really cool. So that didn't have that back then, so dragon coins were really hard to get. So I kind of quit the game when my friend quit the game. That was my friend that introduced me to the game, and I was kind of having fun. And it was actually the first game I was streaming before I moved on to, because Diablo 3 came out, and then I started playing that. And then Diablo 3, in the first iteration of it, before Reaper of Souls came out, it was not super amazing, so I switched to another game because I saw somebody streaming Diablo 3, and then he switched to Path of Exile, and then I played a bunch of Path of Exile. So some of my first videos on the channel is Path of Exile stuff before I did all the Trove stuff. And then a year later, I got an email from, you know, Trove and saying, hey, your 1 year anniversary. And I know it's not anniversary yet, but according to Google, it should be tomorrow. So I'll put up right here what Google says, that it should be tomorrow. I'm recording this on Sunday, and this video is coming out on Monday because Monday is actually the day. Technically, it's today, but it's 0.17, so I'd just take an extra day. I'm not sure exactly if it's the right day. I think it's just around here because you can see what I answered in the questions, like how many in the 9 years, right? So it doesn't mean that it has to be the last 9 years. Maybe I should have said that, but anyways, we're just gonna take it around now. I don't think it has like the biggest of deals or whatever, but yeah. So tomorrow is technically for me, because I'm recording this day, it's of course the day that it is 9 years. And then like I said, I got the email and I said, oh, I'm gonna check out Trove again. It seems like cool, and this event, and it was very cool. And then I got, you know, really sucked into it. And now it has been 9 years. So technically I've been playing Trove, I guess, technically a little bit longer. I also have more days. I'll show you guys that in a minute. You know, the days locked in every single day. Also here, again, I also wanted to say this before I forgot to, if you hear about anybody else or you know about anybody else that has more days than I have logged in, I would really like to know. And not that it is a competition for me at all, but I just feel like I feel good about the number I have gotten to so far. I'm gonna try to get more, of course, but if you hear about anybody else, I saw somebody on Reddit at some point that had like 2,000 days, and that was before I had 2,000 days. So that person was at least ahead of me, and I know there's other people ahead of me as well, but some people have quit in the past and maybe hasn't, you know, kept up with the streak. Maybe they're still playing, but they're just not locking in every day. Because I have had trips, you know, I've gone to Japan, I've gone to America in all those 9 years, and I still keep up the streak, so I'm very excited. And it's always a little bit anxiety when I have to travel, especially when I went to Japan, because I went into the future. And then, yeah, you still have 48 hours to do it, because you can do it in the beginning of the 24 hours and then the late in the, so you technically sort of have almost 48 hours to do it. And you don't travel that far, but was in the future, and yeah, it's a whole thing. And when are you gonna be able to have internet and stuff like that? It is because, you know, it's kind of becomes a thing where you kind of want to keep it going, you know, for whatever. And I do want to keep it going for those 9 years. But yeah, so 9 years later, we are still logged in every single day. So let me show you guys that at the moment. So we go into batches. Of course, the gameplay ones, let's just get them all up here. So let's take the total days, because that makes a little bit more sense. You can see I'm on 3,000, that was hard to say, 3,602 days. That's like total days logged in. So this doesn't count like a streak. It just counts every day you've logged in. So you can log in, you know, today and then wait 5 days, and then it will count as a day more. And this number will never go down as you are actually going. But of course, this is the consecutive days, as it's not pronouncing that correctly, but that's the days in a row logged in. And as you can see here, I'm on 3,287 days. So way past the 45 you have to get this one. There's unfortunately no higher than this one. So it is technically, as I said, when you saw the Googles, it is technically today because it's 87, but I'll do it 88, because then that definitely is over the limit. But again, I'm not certainly sure if it's, you know, right this moment, like, because like I said, I came back when it was first 1 year anniversary, and that's in the summer, so that's still, you know, some months still. So I'm not really sure how that all works together, if it's a leap year that whatever does whatever things to it, I don't know. But I'm just gonna go from what Google says, and it doesn't really completely matter. I'm gonna go for 10 years, and hopefully at some point I also get something in the game that would be mine. If you don't know what I mean mine, I can show you guys, of course, right here. if you go, and everybody can see this actually, so that's not really a me thing, but let me just show you. You probably already know there's some these called streamer dreams, and these are actually based on different streamers, some content creators. You can actually see which ones it is. It says here designed by the person it is. This is Oribi, for example. She was a big part of Trove many years ago. I would say it sounds like so many years ago, like 5-6 years ago, and they made an ally for her, and it came into this bundle, and I never entered this bundle. If you do see my little ally here, somebody made it for me. Autorock is also a content creator, and he made a bunch of streamers and content creators allies, so as sort of as a contribution to the community, and hopefully that would bring, and he also had his own in there, so he was also hoping to get his own ally in there, and I hope to someday also maybe get my own ally through this, but they discontinued this program a long time ago, and I wasn't just big enough back then, still not big, but at least a little bit bigger in the community now, but I wasn't really much when they discontinued this one, so I just kind of failed right at the moment, and then I was actually supposed to meet, joinworld at the 2018 TwitchCon. I think it was 2018. I think so. I'm pretty sure it's 2018. But the year they actually, went bankrupt, of course. And I already talked to some of the developers. I already made a connection with some of them, Twixer, for example, and a few others. And I was supposed to meet up with them at TwitchCon because they were supposed to go to TwitchCon. But then a month before TwitchCon, then of course it goes bankrupt. joinworld goes bankrupt. They sell Trove and all that stuff. And they were just not in the mood to go to TwitchCon because they wanted to get new jobs, right? So they were like locked into getting new jobs instead. So yeah, unfortunately, the company went under and I didn't get to meet any of them. So it was kind of like super bad timing. And I haven't been in contact with them since, because now they're on different projects and stuff like that. But yeah, that was kind of unfortunate because they actually, at these TwitchCons and other conventions and stuff like that, designed allies for, content creators. You could come up to them and say, hey, I'm me and whatever. Can you make me an ally? Or like, would you make me an ally and stuff like that? Or they would ask you to make an ally or something like that. I don't know how it basically worked. I just know that when you do these conventions, you had a chance, if you were a content creator, to get some of these allies. And I was kind of just hoping to get some of them. And yeah, just because I want to leave my mark on the game, even though maybe the game at some point, of course, as all games, well, I say all games, but most games, of course, just die out and you get closed, right? As many other games has done in the past. And it's probably also going to happen to Trove at some point in the future. We just don't know when. That's just what happens to any game, as it, some big games can maintain their, player base because they're just so big. But at some point, Trove is, of course, going to end. But I just want to make my impact on the game, or have that in the game after such a long time. Maybe it's only going to happen after 10 years. Who knows? But I really hope that it's going to happen at some point, hopefully again before. It could be that I get an email saying, hey, we will make you an ally, or we will make you a mount, or something like that. I'll be like, yes, super. And then the game says, oh, we're shutting down. Okay, great, super. Well, I'll still make a video about it and such, so it'll probably still live on the internet forever. But yeah, that's just kind of how I feel about it. But there was just a long rant about all the stuff that is going on, all about my 9 years making Trove content. I have made content, I guess, instead maybe close to 10 years now, but yeah, I don't really count. But I do have a counter in game into Trove, so that's why I know how much it is. I don't know how many it is other than that. I know when I joined, of course, YouTube, but that was when I made the account, right? It's not when I started making content. But anyways, that's enough rambling. I've been rambling for like 14 minutes now, so that's probably enough for me. But I wanted to give you guys all the story. And yeah, hopefully you went with the most important thing was, of course, the giveaways. I hope you guys are going to join for that. Of course, with a comment, you can join. And then, of course, you have to be playing on PC. And we'll pick a random one. And you can comment whatever you want. And also ideas and likes. I'll put that on top of it. And we'll see how much it gets to. If I only get a couple of comments and only a few likes, we'll do something else. We'll change the 100,000 to 1 million instead, and we'll give enough flux away. And I think we should be, I think I will put the, whenever it ended, I should have put that, I should have said that when we did that, because I don't know, people made it all the way to the end. So I'll put the date, I'll probably put the date way earlier as well when the giveaway is going to end. I'll also put it in the description so you guys can see it down there. And I think we're gonna do it from a week from now, so that sounds pretty cool. Like, give people a week. So next Sunday I'll do another video, and then you guys know who it is, and we'll make a funny, great video with that. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you again for all listening to, and thank you for the 9 years. If you've been here from the beginning, if you just started, amazing, thank you, welcome. Hope to have you another 9 years. We'll see what happens. Maybe it won't be Trove. Maybe we'll move on to another game at some point. If Trove says goodbye, then of course we will move on, of course. But as long as Trove is up and running, we will also be up and running with the Trove content. So yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.